Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Captain RL with Bottom Fishing 24/7. And I'm pretty excited today because I know some of you think that slow pitch jigging is unaffordable. And it can be. It really can be. You can spend way too much money. What if I said I could get you into a real slow pitch jigging rod from Shimano, by the way? This rod's $100. And a decent reel, not a slow reel either. How about 6-1 or 8-1? So if you're interested in that comboed up, that rod and reel package, a real slow pitch rod from Shimano, I can get you into that or show you what to get for under $300, probably around $250, $260 with PE1, which is basically 20-pound line braid. If I can get you into that for $250 or so, would you do it? Let me show you what it is. We'll compare my stuff, this budget-minded stuff, because we've been fishing it. I've been enjoying it just fine. Hardly can feel a difference between that and carbon fiber $600, $700 rods from Japan. Can hardly tell the difference. So stand by and I'll show you what I got. All right, guys, and as promised, I'm pretty excited about this. As I said, we've been researching this and fishing these rods and reel combos for slow pitch jigging for quite some time. Everybody thinks it's unaffordable. It kind of is, and it has been until very recently. I'm gonna tell you who's changed that game: a couple of reel companies and Shimano with the rod. So, as promised, I'm gonna show it to you now. Let's check them out closely. All right, guys, and first up on the list, I want to show you this Gomexus. Now, this one is a Gomexus 20. We actually use this all the time. We use this reel all the time, as you can tell. But, okay, the width of it, it's almost, this is, I got fairly big fingers, I think, and this is a little bit wider than just a thumb width, but the spool is deep. It's a deep spool. And this reel claims to have, I don't know, 30 or 40 pounds of drag. It don't. It has about 19 or 20 according to the old scale. So we've tested all that. But we use this reel a lot. So for those of you who want, a straight up aluminum reel, this is probably a good choice. And it's, I think, 6-1 to 1 or 6-3 to 1. It's a nice looking reel. It's very smooth. I've had it for about 3 years. When they first came out, they were so cheap, and it was like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get one or not, but I did, and ended up getting 6 of them. They work so well. This is it. It's got PE1 on it, which is 20-pound braid. That's what it has on it. We've got 50-pound red fluoro, about 15, 18 feet of that, with a PR knot. You can see here, attaching our mainline PE1 braid to the leader. Okay, this one, I just wanted to show you this reel real quick. This is right now on nothing special. This is just a pin rod. It's a Torque jigging series rod. It's very parabolic, but it's not a true slow pitch jigging rod by any stretch of the imagination. It's more of a fast pitch, for fast jigs. It's more what this is. Okay, so, but I'll get to the other stuff in just a second, and I'm going to show you what I fish first on Shimano's new rod. It's a $110 rod. It's amazing. And again, it's not this one I'm about to show you. All right, and the first one I want to show you guys is the one that I fish the most. This reel, this is a Daiwa Lexa 400. It's a 7.1. As you can see here, it's a 7.1 gear ratio on this reel. Single handle. Very, very nice, very smooth reel. Lots of drag, as much as you'll ever need. And we fished this mostly out to 100, but this reel is used by many deep drop anglers who fish deeper than that. Holds a ton of line. We got PE1, which equates to basically 20-pound braid. This is 4-strand braid on here, 20-pound 4-strand. And we've got about 15, 18 feet of red fluorocarbon leader with a PR knot straight onto the leader. And with this particular one, we're fishing with a 80-gram jig here. But the Daiwa 400 Lexa It's an expensive reel. This is not truly budget minded. I just wanted to show you what I fish as promised before we get into showing you the budget stuff. But guess what I have it on? This is Shimano's new rod, the Talavera Slow J. And that's the type. You can see the type is Slow J, meaning what? Of course, slow jigging. So the Talavera is the new rod. This rod is $110. That's all it is. And this is stuff you won't be able to read here. The print's just way microscopic here. And this is a power medium. They don't go by 1, 2, and 3 on the power here. Shimano goes by the rod length, and they call it medium, medium light, or medium heavy. And I think they have heavy. This rod is 6'6", and this one's a medium. And they have the Talavera in several formulations of that. Most of the Talavera slow J's are 6 foot. And you have to make sure it's a slow J, because if it's not, you're going to be getting a regular jigging rod. So it needs to be a slow blank, which is slow J. All right, now I'm going to show you the budget-minded one that I was speaking of. And we've been trying. We got a pair of about 6 of these things, not with the Daiwas, but with these other reels. I'm about to show you the reel. Okay, and here it is. This reel. This one is 8-1. Now, that's pretty stout. This, what they've done here, this is called a Pisca Fun. Pisca Fun is the name. Pisca Fun 300 series. Single handle. Supposedly has 33 pounds of drag. It don't. It's got 20. We checked it. Thumb bar release. Auto engage. Drop control and magnetic control on the drop. And it is a level wind. What they've done here, again, they have copied the Daiwa 300 to the gram. This thing weighs precisely what the Daiwa 300 weighs. Now, I just showed you my Daiwa 400. This is not much smaller. Just a little bit. It's got a pretty deep spool. It'll hold tons of PE1. Plenty to fish probably up to 400 or 500 feet deep at least. And with 20 pounds of drag, you can probably get away with a lot. And this one is just one I pulled out of the box because we bought 7. We're trying out 5 or 6 of them, different boats, different times right now, videoing that. And it's been good so far. It isn't a Daiwa drag, but I'm going to tell you, it's just fine. And the reel's super fast. You reel super slow when you're pulling fish up from deep. So all you got to do is reel that fast, and this thing's coming, man. So every line turn, this thing's turning 8 times, which equates to about 50 inches of line every turn. I do believe that's about right from what we've measured and seen on the water with it. So Pisca Fun 300. It's P-I, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. Piscifun. Pisca Fun. The 300. And it's called an Alajaz, or whatever that says right there. That's it. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. This is just what we're doing to show you guys how you can get into slow pitch jigging for $250. And this is one of the ways. Because this reel, the retail on it on Amazon is about 99 bucks. So hard to buy a nice 8-to-1 reel for 99 bucks. And so far, this thing may blow up tomorrow, or some of the ones we have on our other rods, they may blow up tomorrow. But right now, we've had no problems to this point. All right, so those are the reels. Now I'm going to show them to you in this view. That was the close-up view, obviously. And I'm going to show you one more, too. Here's that Pisca Fun Alajaz, 8-to-1. Get it? I can get the glare off of it. Yeah, 8-to-1. Smooth as ice. And this was a buy that we chose. We chose to get this just to see if we could blow it up. We haven't blown it up yet. Biggest fish on it so far, 55, 58 pound cobia. No problem. On PE1, 20-pound braid. So I'll set that to the side. Now I want to go over that rod again. And one more reel here. So don't laugh. Don't laugh now. Nope, not an ambassador. This is a Cast King 60 Rover. And it is a level wind reel. As you can see here, it's a level wind reel. We've got PE1, 20-pound braid on it with a PR knot to our red fluoro. So this is what it looks like. Don't like about this reel. I don't like the double handle, you know. So GoMexus has sent us, we just haven't put it on yet. Well, it's on the way actually. GoMexus has sent us a single handle for this reel. This reel doesn't have a ton of drag, but if you were slow pitch jigging, I probably wouldn't micro with it. It's too hard to cast, you know. You need a spinning reel for that, in my opinion. But we're fishing 60-gram slow pitch jigs on this. Guess what rod it's on? The Talavera Slow J. And this is working. Now this reel is 70 bucks. You really want, you guys, if you're fishing in under 200 feet, get this reel. If you don't have a real slow pitch setup, get this reel. It's 6-to-1. Get the Talavera Slow J. Get the 6.6 medium, Talavera Slow J. You can pick them up at West. You can pick them up on Amazon. The big box stores online are now starting to have these Talaveras. They're fairly new. They've been around for a minute, but not too long. And finding info on this rod is tough. As far as what it's made of, you can get tons of specs. They'll tell you everything on what it's made of. But I don't know Shimano's recipe for how they build rods. But I'm going to tell you, we haven't broke one of these. And I've got 8. So we got them out there using them. Matter of fact, Josh is out using on charter right now. And I'm rough on a rod because I fish a lot of drag. And if I know the fish is hooked right, you get a feel for how your slow pitch jig is hooked in a fish. I thumb my reels. I really put a lot of pressure, you know, hoping that rod's going to hold up. I don't pump my rod, but I do expect it to pitch properly, and I do expect the line to run through the guides and stuff, not break when I do have a fish on. So this combo, so 110 for the rod, 70 for the reel. Where does that put us? 180. Line, 30 bucks. Puts us at what? 210. Yeah, 210. Some nice jigs, $75. I mean, we're under 300 bucks with this deal here. Under 300. And just for a few more bucks, you can get, they're all out on the water right now, so, but you can get the Allergize reel and put it on this Talavera rod. Instead of this, if you don't want a round reel like this, and you want the single handle like this Piscafun Allergize 300 has, I don't like the double handle. So that's just me. But again, GoMexus has taken care of us by sending us some of these in a single handle. So that's it. So I ain't probably, oh man, that's junk. This stuff, it's really not. I mean, we haven't had any problems out of this stuff. And you guys got to understand, we charter fish almost, I mean, anytime we can, if there's a trip and the weather's good, we're gone. And there's usually a trip, just depending on the weather. And we have fished this stuff again since October. The stuff still looks brand new. It works well. I really take care of my stuff, though. I'll reline my reels every 2 months, no matter what. Sometimes every 6 weeks. It just depends on what I've been going through, as far as tackle-wise and fish-wise, and how the equipment's been treated. But I think these rods are not carbon fiber. I don't know, they kind of feel like graphite, but the feel of them with a fish on, because I fish carbon fiber too, they feel like something in between. I don't know what Shimano's recipe is because I don't use Shimano stuff, but we had to on this rod to bring you guys the economy budget combo for you guys wanting to get into it. You want to try to get into it? Try it with this or this reel here, this Piscafun 300. Try it and see what you think. But that's what I had to show you guys today. So I hope that piques your interest. If you're not into slow pitch jigging, or if you're fishing with, you know, some regular jigging rod. If you're fishing with a regular vertical jig rod, you know, a fast jig rod, you're not going to get the jig presentation because the tip and the rod just isn't right, because when it's being pitched right, it's a very fluid motion. It kind of looks like that. Bends down and pops back up and loads back up. And that's flicking that jig. Down at the bottom, that jig's going, and he's swimming. A lot of them dive, then fall back, then swim down. They do different things. But if you're not pitching that right, you don't have that fluid motion from the rod tip of a slow pitch rod. You need a slow blank for that. So regular jigging rods, yeah, you could get away with it. But if you really want to do it right, the $100 rod's hard to beat, man. So anyways, what do you guys think? And what you think, leave it in the comments or get in touch with us anytime. We appreciate you watching. This is Captain RL from Bottom Fishing 24/7. You guys take care. Fish on.